Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and as you can see in the title, Lucas Paqueta as well as several other players want to play for Newcastle United next season. The pull power since the takeover are starting to take effect now, and players want to play for us. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I have actually done a similar video where I talked about players that Newcastle were trying to sign, but whereas in this case, it's players that actually want to play for us. So there is a difference between the two, and I think it's quite important to know what players are looking towards a move to Newcastle this summer. Now, the club will try and sign the majority of these, but we won't sign all of these, or there'll be some players that we will outright refuse to sign. So yeah, there's a heads up there, and I'll talk about them individually once I get into them. But anyway, guys, as always, you're new to the channel, make sure to head down there, hit that subscribe button, join the journey. Whether you are subscribed to the channel, all the notifications are pop up so you won't miss any videos. As well as that, you can also smash the like button and leave your thoughts down in the comment section. I would highly appreciate that. And finally, question of the day, out of all these players we're going to talk about in this video, which ones would you take at Newcastle United? Let me know in the comment section after you watch the video. But anyway though, thank you so much for your lovely messages yesterday. I will get back to audios. And finally, without further ado, let's get into it. The 26th of July, mark that day on the calendar, because that day is the day when Newcastle return to Benfica. Confirmed, Lisbon away. Newcastle will be heading down to Portugal this summer. I just want to mention it in this video now. I'll talk about it a bit more detail in a separate video, but I just want to let everyone know that I will be going to Lisbon. I expect Newcastle to announce more away pre-season fixtures, but I don't expect us to leave Europe this summer. We originally had Ohio, but it was cancelled, so I expect all the games to stay in Europe. So there's a heads up there, guys. There'll be plenty of videos in Portugal watching Newcastle play. That's going to be mad. So if you guys are heading down there, make sure to let me know on social media, and I'll definitely meet up and make some videos or whatnot if you just want to come up and say hello. But yeah, there's a heads up there, guys. I will be going to Lisbon. But anyway, onto the video now. Let's begin off with the loanee from Aston Villa, Matt Target. Now, after the Arsenal game, he wanted to join Newcastle United. He came out in the media and said the fans know what I want, which is heavily implying that he wanted to come to Newcastle United next season. You saw after the match, Amanda still be kissing him on the cheek. I mean, he's in there, the owner, shall we say. He's someone that's highly loved at the football club. And over the past couple of weeks, there's been a lot of speculation about his future because his girlfriend came on Instagram, and some people believe that the post was actually saying that he wasn't going to stay in Newcastle next season. That was the end of his journey there. And as well as that, there's heavy links towards another left-back, which we will talk about in this video because he also wants to join Newcastle. So at the minute, it's quite uncertain whether we will sign Matt Target or not. In my personal opinion, I believe it's more the club's choice than the player's choice. I think Matt Target will want to play for Newcastle. I really can't see why he'd want to stay for Villa or be linked to a move for Fulham. Like, why would you go to Fulham? So I think he would want to go to Newcastle. I think it's the club's choice, to be honest. So it's whether the club want to sign him or not, which, I don't know, £15 million. I think it's a bargain for him. I think he's had a great time in Newcastle. And from my opinion, I'll be all over him. So yeah, we'll see what happens to this one. But I do think he does want to join Newcastle. He's outright said in the media, and unless he's changed his mind, and I think he will stick to his guns. The second left back we're going to talk about now is Renan Lodi, another player that is heavily linked to Newcastle. Now, it's been stated in the media that his party is extremely interested in Newcastle's project as a club. And of course, last season he played alongside Kieran Trippier. Will he be another Brazilian that comes in the club alongside Bruno and Joe Linton? Now, the thing with Renan Lodi is that he's an attacking fullback, which might be what Newcastle are looking towards. As Matt Target, I mean, he's a great player, but he's just not someone that's going to bomb forward. I think Kieran Trippier is quite dynamic. He's a player that can really help the attack as well. I don't know, maybe Newcastle sort of sense going forward. I think with Eddie Howe, with how he progresses with his attacking-minded teams, and maybe there might be a different change of styles in the left-back form. But Renan Lodi, I've never watched him before, but from what I've heard, he's a really good player. And about £20 million, he's a little bit more than Matt Target, but he might add a little bit more on the football pitch, I think, is what people are arguing against. Now, I don't mind, to be honest, which one we get. I think both of them will do the job. I think both of them will help the team out, and I'm pretty confident that one of these two players will come in. I don't think we're going to sign both, though. I think that's one thing people will mention. I do not think Newcastle will sign two left-backs. I think the fact Paul Dummett stayed, as well as the possibility maybe Dan Burn playing left-back if he has to, then I just don't think we're going to sign another left-back here. I think we'll get one of them. But Renan Lodi, we keep an eye on this one for sure, but his party's very interested. I think the Kieran Trippier pull power, you could say, might play a part here, the fact they play alongside each other. But yeah, I think no matter what for Newcastle here, it's a win-win because I think both players should come in and do a really good job. Let's talk about Bruno now. Bruno's best mate, Lucas Paqueta. We already know the story to this one now. A couple of weeks ago, he came to Newcastle for Bruno's wife's birthday, and in that time there, they made it quite public that we're in Newcastle. Now, one of the leaked pictures that came out was actually Paqueta wearing the Newcastle top in Bruno's back garden with Joe Linton there as well. So, as a result, everyone was just kicking off about it in social media, and apparently it was my fault. Yeah, apparently it's my fault that happened. Anyway, off topic from that now, but the point was, though, that he is in Newcastle. He was wearing a Newcastle top. Yes, it was only done in that case so he could play football. Obviously, he needed something to wear. But it's created the mindset there that maybe there's a bit more to this. Now, I still fully stand by that there was some business sense for going on that trip. Whether he met with someone from the club, whether he was just checking the city out, there was something business related from that trip because it's clear that he wants to play for Newcastle. I don't think that one's hard to call at all. Now, Lyon this season, they've had a pretty poor season. They missed out on European football. So the pull power for staying at Lyon's now gone. And Bruno is playing the best football of potentially his entire career at Newcastle at the minute. And due to those two being together like that, really close pals, I think this one's more when it's going to happen rather than if it's going to happen. Now, this one might not happen this summer because Newcastle's biggest problem with Paqueta is that we have bigger fish to fry at the minute. Newcastle need a striker, need a left back, need a centre half. A centre mid is more of a luxury than anything else at the minute. A centre mid, is just not something that Newcastle really need at the minute. I think you do need one to help squad depth, but it's not a main concern. They have our problems on the pitch. I think goalkeepers are now a problem as well. But that's not Newcastle's biggest problem. It's about £54 million and someone that's a luxury player, our classes. So this one I think would have a better chance of happening next summer. But I do think this one's inevitable. I do think in a couple of years' time he will wear Newcastle colours. That's just how I see it because I do stand by that he wants to play for this club 100%. A player that wanted to join Newcastle United in January, but I don't think the club will go anywhere near him now, is Jesse Lingard. The biggest problem immediately with Jesse Lingard is that he's priced himself out and moves to any football club. He wants someone like £150,000 a week, which will be Newcastle's highest wage player, and it's something that Eddie Howe is massively against. He wants everyone to be in a similar wage gap, so eventually once everyone's in the club, he can actually award higher wages to the best performing players, and it'll create a huge incentive for players to perform better and to train harder. I think it's a really good mindset for the club to have everyone united, and I think especially have players in high wages, I think our players would complain and want more money. I'm not going to tell you which ones they are, but I think you can probably guess some of them. So in Lingard, Amanda Stevie did admit that he wanted to join the club in January, but now that he's a free agent, he has a lot of choices to make. I think someone will actually give him 150 grand a week. I don't know what club it would be, but I think one club out there would do it. You see in the past for players like Aaron Ramsey, there's clubs out there that would just pay these for Premier League proven midfielder. It's just wild. So yes, I think somebody will actually pay that for Jesse Lingard, but obviously Newcastle will not do that. So this one won't happen for me, but he was a player that used to want to join the club. Speaking of Manchester United players, Dean Henderson, he is a player that is desperate to get out and get some game time. Now, it was reported from the Manchester Evening News a couple of weeks ago that was 99% done to Newcastle United. However, since then, nothing's really came out, so chances are that article actually jumped the gun. Because, I mean, if it was 99% done, then surely something else would have happened by now. But I do think he will actually go to Newcastle. I think it's an obvious one for Newcastle to take on loan. I think he'd be a great one to bring in. I'm unsure if he's going to be a number one or a number two, however, though. He has England experience with Graham Jones, Callum Wilson, Kieran Trippier at this football club. He has reasons to want to come and play for us, and again, I think it's just a no-brainer on a loan deal. Surely we would do that. It's possible this might become a permanent deal down the line, but for now, do I believe it would just be a loan deal, and he's someone that will come in and hopefully make an impact in and around the dressing room. We'll leave these two for last because these two have it's a bit more speculative than anything else, but Botman is a player that definitely want to play for Newcastle in January. I still think he does want to play for the club, but AC Milan is another choice for him, and it's which club he wants to play for more. So yes, it's true as in the sense that he wants to play for Newcastle, but he might want to play for AC Milan more, so keep that in account. I'm still confident in it though. I'm confident for this one. Newcastle, we got the Premier League football. We got the long-term planning. We wanted the same in January, and I really feel like in the back of his mind that might just drove in that Amanda Stevie loves him. He should want him at this football club. And I really think with her persuasion skills, it can try and get this one over the line. Now, as for the second one now, Hugo Ekitike. Now with him, we offered him to come in January, but he said no because he didn't want to relocate on deadline day. But Newcastle went back in for him again now, and it's been talk that he's actually agreed to join the club. It's just personal terms now, such as whether he wants to go into England. So this one's also a bit speculation now. The Express came out yesterday and said that he doesn't want to go to England. However, though, nobody else has said that, and Sky Sports today have even came out in their back to Fabrizio Romano in their paper talks. So for that one's at a standstill. Is probably the best way of putting that. I don't believe what the Express has said, but listen, that's just my opinion. But anyway, guys, I'm going to finish things off there. I don't want to make this video too long, but it's plenty of our players that probably want to join the club. I've kept this to the main ones now. I mean, pretty much all these players Newcastle have tried to sign at some point. So, yeah, I was hoping you're going to get talk about some other ones, but this video is just dragging on way too long now. So, yeah, chances are I'll miss some out. If I have missed some out, guys, make sure to let me know down in the comment section. But what do you think about that? Which ones would you take? Which ones wouldn't you take? But yeah, exciting times are ahead. Newcastle are once again that club that players want to join. Top class players, hell, there's some world class players in there. Players want to play for Newcastle because Newcastle are a big club once again. It's just like that. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Appreciate your support as always, and I'll see you on the next one.